Okay, we'll continue our practice on C programming by solving these challenges. We'll go for the fourth challenge, that is functions in C. So the objective of this particular challenge is, in this challenge you will learn a simple usage of functions in C. Functions are a bunch of statements glued together. A function is provided with 0 or more arguments and it executes the statements on it. Based upon the return type, it either returns nothing, that is void, or something like integers, floating point values. So you should be knowing by this time a simple syntax for a function is, will be having a return type, function name, and set of arguments or parameters, and within this we'll be having the code of that particular function, that is what that particular function does. We'll be having that code, and if there is some return type, we'll be having return statements here. So an example is this function which will read 4 or which will having 4 arguments, and it will be having a return type as int, that is it will be returning a result of integer type. Will be having the name as sum of 4. So we are getting the 4 parameters a, b, c, d, and we are summing those values. That is, first we are summing a into the sum, after that b into the sum, c into the sum, and d into the sum. That is, we are summing all the 4 values. After that we are returning the sum to the calling function. So that is about basics of functions. And now the task is, you have to write a function int max of 4 int a, b, c, d. That is, you have to write a function which returns the maximum of a, b, c, d, which reads 4 arguments and returns the greatest of them. Okay, and the input format is, input contains 4 integers a, b, c, d, 1 in each line, and you have to print the greatest of those 4 integers. And note that IO will be automatically handled by the code, that is a, b, c, d inputs will be already taken as input. Just we have to complete the function here. That is, we'll be having a sample input like this, and we are going to get the sample output as the largest value. Okay, so coming to the program, already written this one. So the code will be, your initial code will be in this manner. Will be having the main, and the input and output is already taken care of. Okay, so they have declared a, b, c, d variables, and they have taken the input a, b, c, d, and they have written the function call max of 4 a, b, c, d. That is, they are calling the max function here, and we have to get the return. That return value will come into this answer, and they will be printing that answer. That is, what is the maximum value they will be printing here. So we have to write this max function, max of this one. So that function you have to written here. So they have given a hint, add this function here. So we have to write this function max of, so we'll be writing the function definition here, that is max of a, b, c, d. Okay, so we have to find the maximum value of these 4. For that we can use any code. I will use simple if else statements. If a is greater than b and a is greater than c and a is greater than d, okay, I can say that a is the larger value. If a is greater than b, c, d, and we can say that a is larger value. Else what I can do, if B is greater than C and B is greater than D, I can say that B is the larger value. Else, if C is greater than D, I can say that C is the larger value. Else, I can say that D is the larger value. So the code is, first we'll be seeing whether A is greater than B, C, D. If it is greater than B, C, D, we can say that A is larger value. If any of this thing fails, it will go to the next else statement. That is, now it will be comparing with, we'll be finding out whether B, C, D are bigger values. So B, I will compare B with C and D. If B is greater than both C and D, I will return B. Else I will compare C and D. If C is greater than D, I will return C. If C is not greater than D, I will return D. So this is a code to find out the largest of 4 numbers. Okay, now after writing the code, just run the code. We have to just complete the function, that's all the input and output is taken care of. You can see that the sample test cases are completed. We will submit the code, and so all the hidden test cases are also solved. You can check the hidden test cases. What are the hidden test cases also? Okay, that will you can check the hidden test cases. Okay, so unlock this test case for 5 hackers. You can find hackers here in your profile. So there are 126 hackers here. These will be getting 100 will be getting at the starting of your user profile. After that, after solving each and every challenge, they will be adding the hackers for you. Okay, that's your challenge.